government, and I'm here to help. Hey, where are you going?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
That did not go over very well. Let's try that again. Hi. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you yet, but I'm Lydia. And today, I really want to introduce you to a friend of mine, the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, or the DNR for short. If the DNR is a familiar name to you, then you probably know them as the people who manage the state parks and sell fishing and hunting licenses, but there's a lot more to the DNR than just that. And if you've never heard of the DNR, don't worry, you are not alone by a long shot. I've even been working for them for a little while now, and some of my closest family members still don't really understand who it is that I work for, or, if we're being really honest, what my job even is. So let's jump right into things. What is the Michigan DNR? And most importantly, what does it have to do with you? The DNR is an agency of the state of Michigan that, as stated on its website, is committed to the conservation, protection, management, use, and enjoyment of the state's natural and cultural resources for current and future generations. That hefty mission may sound to you a little like other nature-focused agencies like the EPA or EGLE, but what makes the DNR's goal unique is its emphasis on the use and enjoyment of natural resources and how that's connected with culture. The DNR manages Michigan's nature not just for the heck of it, but because of how important those resources are to our shared history and how we bond with each other. The DNR aims to protect these resources because you deserve access to Michigan's outdoors. This is a belief that's baked into the very beginnings of the DNR. Let me show you what I mean. In the early 1800s, before Michigan was a part of the United States, it was an impressive and wealthy wilderness full of wildlife and large forests. The wilderness was so impressive, in fact, that when early settlers came here, it was a common held sentiment that Michigan had this inexhaustible supply of resources. So what did these new mitten people do? Well, they started to develop homesteads, and not unlike very hungry caterpillars, they started eating away at these resources. Between unsustainable logging practices and forest fires, many of the white pine forests Michigan was known for were leveled. Unsustainable fishing made sturgeon harvests fall from 4.3 million pounds in 1880 to only 140,000 pounds over the next 20 years. Whitefish catches plummeted from 8.1 million pounds in 1885 to 5.3 million pounds in 1893. Unfortunately, many other species faced similar trends. So while Michigan was still relatively young in its statehood, it was clear that these resources weren't as inexhaustible as initially believed. Many people, especially sportsmen, were concerned that the animals that were associated with both their livelihood and cultural identity might not be there to enjoy in the future. This slowly, over years, resulted in state-led management efforts, and while their level of involvement and goals have changed a lot over the years, this beginning set the trajectory for what would eventually become what we know today as the Michigan DNR. So the DNR tries to make sure the plants and animals here today are also here tomorrow. Sounds simple enough, but how do they do that?
Oh my goodness, I love this question!
The DNR does this by focusing its efforts on 5 different divisions. There's the Wildlife Division, which works to protect wildlife habitats and conserves more than 400 wildlife species. That's insane! There's Law Enforcement, which involves our conservation officers who are responsible for enforcing environmental and conservational laws and policies and serve as first responders throughout the state. The Fishery Division cares for our buddies living in rivers and lakes, both great and small. They are the team of biologists and technicians that are working hard to ensure fish are flourishing. Michigan's Forest Resource Division maintains nearly 4 million acres of state forest land. They take this job very seriously, making sure our forests are thriving by using science-based planting and harvesting methods, and also fight invasive pests and wildfires. Finally, there's the Parks and Recreation Division, which balances the responsibility of protecting Michigan's natural and cultural resources while providing opportunities for you to enjoy them. They do this by having over 100 state parks, thousands of miles of trails, 140 campgrounds, and state-managed waterways, all for you to recreate in. I'll go over more specific programs the DNR runs or is involved in later videos, but right now the important thing to know is that the DNR understands how important Michigan's natural resources are to many people's identities. We really care about those memories of seeing a deer for the first time, or learning how to catch a fish, or going on hikes with friends, or finally taking that perfect picture of a maple tree in the fall. We care about those moments and we want them available for you and future generations. And if Michigan's natural resources aren't something you've had the opportunity to enjoy or get connected with quite yet, we have lots of resources on our website to help you get started if that's something you're interested in. So that in general is what the DNR is. But now the only thing I want to know is, who are you? A big part of the DNR is making sure Michigan's natural resources are available for you, so I would love to get to know who you are in the comments below. Is this your first time hearing about the department? Do you have outdoor hobbies? Are you trying to get outside more but having a hard time? I just sincerely would love to know. Just keep in mind, we are all human, so please keep the comments humane, and I'll see you later.